Hi, Mega. Thank you so much for having me at Lixie Chocolaterie. It's a beautiful, beautiful shop. Tell me a little bit more about how you got started.
The Lixie journey has been a pretty long journey. It took me a good 2 years to plan to open this store. We've only been in the space for about 8 months, but to get here was a lot of hard work.
Give me an example of a typical day.
There's admin to take care of, there's orders to put in, there's the chocolate to make, there's, serving my customers out the front, being a barista, being the creative person behind it, thinking up of different recipes. So I do find it difficult sometimes. Which one do I do first?
Sure.
What do I do next?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've got a lot on your plate. I think the problem of wearing all the hats in a business is that when you stop, the business stops. You are going to be multitasking all the time.
Constantly.
And when you multitask, you often feel quite busy and you feel like you're getting through a lot because you've got so many balls in the air that you're juggling. It's actually not true. When you multitask, you're actually 40% less productive than if you're able to focus on a single task and get that task done.
Right.
The other thing is that the more you take on and try and manage yourself, the more difficult it becomes for you to actually filter irrelevant information.
Okay.
And what that means is that all of your work output will suffer.
I've been approached by a lot of people about wholesale, and I can't introduce that just yet because we're just so busy keeping up with the day-to-day activities of running this store.
Sure. Look, one of the things in trying to do it all is that you are going to stifle business growth.
Definitely.
And if you're being approached by wholesalers already, they're additional income streams for you.
I agree.
So what you need to start thinking about is hiring in or contracting in help as and when you need it, because you're not going to see that business growth unless you start surrounding yourself with the right people. So a key strategy when it comes to getting your time back is to start mapping your time, because if you ask a busy person what it is that they do, they'll tell you that they're so busy, but they may not be able to identify in detail what it is that they're doing that's causing all the busyness.
Fair enough.
So if you get some templates, some simple templates, and you start mapping your time in detail, that's the first step to starting to get your time back.
Okay.
What you then do, there's 3 very efficient strategies that you can put into place immediately. Look through that data that you've collected in terms of how you're spending your time. And firstly, remember the 80-20 rule.
What's that?
So only 20% of what you do each day will lead to 80% of your results.
Right.
So you need to look at that map and identify what your key skills are, what your core competencies are, your areas of expertise that are leading to the results in the business. And put a circle around them, and they're your musts. They're the things that you must do to make the business successful. The second step is you look through that list and work out what those around you are good at.
True.
And the reason why you delegate is to make time for yourself for the things that you must do.
Okay.
The third thing is when you look through that map, there's going to be a lot of things that you're spending your day on that fall into that sort of 80% category that aren't leading to direct results. And they're the things you need to identify and start rejecting from your day. What are you doing for yourself? Where's your me time coming from?
Me time, again, is one of those difficult things. I try and make appointments for myself just before the store opens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Look, when you run your own business, particularly when you're a solopreneur, it's very, very important that you factor in time for yourself.
I agree.
Both just from a mental health perspective, but it'll also make you much more productive when you're in the business.
That's true.
So even if you were to take a 15-minute break during the day or just go out and get some headspace, that 15 minutes will actually result in a 23% performance increase. It's very important to schedule time in for yourself. So much in the same way as you would put a doctor's appointment in your diary or a dentist's appointment in, schedule it in. It's that whole adage, the plane's going down, you've got to put the oxygen mask on yourself first. You're going to be of no use to your business if you're not refreshed and operating at the best level you can.
It's true. All work and no play doesn't make you a very happy person. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Absolute pleasure.